So guys, before we begin, we want to give a shout out to all the breeders out there making health priority. First and foremost, Mr. Ambassador. It's quite not really his name, but Lucayan Bulls, I call him Mr. Ambassador. He should be an ambassador for the breed. Guy is on point, and you can tell he's dedicated, and his ambition is far ahead of the game. Also like to shout out Breedy Kennels for sure. Cinnamon Family Bullies, Perfect Vision Bullies. All these people, we definitely support your program, support your channel. Keep up the good work for the betterment of the breed. Can't forget Hall of Fame. All these guys out there making a difference. All these videos you put out, believe me, they make a difference. Keep up the good work. Check us out. I want to thank you all for subscribing. We passed 500 subscribers a long time ago. Never got to make a video. Real busy, real busy, working with other kennels, working with Crownedimperialpocketbullies, Doberman genetic program, also got Gastown Dobermans. So we've been busy for a while. Please bear with us. But today, before we begin, click the like, subscribe, share, and comment on this video. Today's topic, Merle gene, the PMEL17, gene responsible for pigment production and stability. It's the gene that most people, they only associated with the beautiful, colorful coats that come with certain breeds of dogs. Nowadays, people are actually breeding that coat color into the American Bully. Some believe it's natural, but this video is to let you know and to prove to you that that is not natural. That was bred in from another breed into the American Bully, and then people took it from there and made their own stories. But we're also going to speak about the fact of people saying online that the Merle gene only affects double Merle, and that if you breed a Merle to a non-Merle, you'll be okay. That's here nor there, because the fact remains that they have cryptic Merles that you would never know if that dog carries the Merle gene, and you will produce double Merles. So before we begin, check us out. Numbers off. So guys, we back. We had to get y'all, hold on. We had to get y'all a treat. We had to get y'all a treat in my notes because I want to be on point. I don't want the bully world to try to get at me for not having this on point. Nah, Empress, you have to go out because she want to play. She want to play with you. Alright, we're going to have to get rid of the bully, guys, because they want to play. Before we leave, look, how you like that? Alright, let's get to it now. Back in the studio. I was trying to give y'all some dogs to look at and stuff while we talk about this, but I mean, I could probably let in the Doberman and they'll be alright. So guys, we're going to talk today about the molecular genetics of the Merle mutation. As I explained earlier, it's the PMEL17 gene. That is the gene. And I'm looking at my notes now, guys, because I don't want to get off and not be accurate, because I know how y'all are. Y'all want accurate information. Y'all want dependable, reliable information. And the only way I could do that is look at my notes. I'm not a geneticist, but yeah, I do study genetics in dogs. I've been doing this for a while. I help a lot of kennels out, as I said, with their genetics and understanding coefficient of inbreeding, the way to inbreed, when to inbreed, how to outcross, things of that nature. But let's get to the point. So the Merle gene has been identified as a single mutation. Now, what is that single mutation? The single mutation is a tRNA-derived canine specific repeat. What does that mean? That means that at some point of the coding, information was repeated. And in fact, not only was it repeated, this information was in reverse orientation, which causes the mutation. Now, that mutation, I want to make it clear to people, it doesn't take two Merle genes for that mutation to affect the pigment in the iris, in the ear, as well as the immune system. Now, when you have a double Merle, it's true. I mean, it's obvious. It's more obvious with a double Merle. It's double at times. It's double the risk. You know, you have two mutated genes that's suppressing the pigment production on both sides and in all aspects. Now, even though we need to understand that the Merle gene is what they call incomplete dominant, which means it only takes one. You understand? But it still causes health issues, specifically with pigment. We have to understand that, guys. We can't ignore that. We can't see pretty dogs and think just because they're so beautiful and they appear to be okay at that moment that these dogs are normally okay in general, because that's not true. That's not true. Y'all have to look up the facts, look up the statistics, and then from there you can understand why people that breed American Bullies do not want to introduce that into the breed, because what it's doing is introducing health issues to people that don't even know how to responsibly breed. Now, we're not talking about introducing this health issue to a bunch of a group of people who is going to take protocols, preventative action, health testing, genetic testing, all the things needed to be done to make sure that this breed does not incur more health issues than it already has, or need be if you have to bring this Merle, it's not even really a coat color, but this Merle defect into the breed. If you have to, and that's you no choice but to do that, then this needs to be done with knowledgeable people who understand how it works and understands the type of testing needed, because you cannot look at a dog and say, I know 100% sure that this dog is not a carrier of the Merle gene, nor is it even able to pass on the Merle gene. Why? Because they have cryptic Merles. This insert Shine or SINE, you know, this, well, the exact name for that, if y'all want to know, this is short interspersed nuclear element. These come in different lengths, if I must say, in that sense. It gets a little deeper than that, but at times the Merle pattern is so faint in these dogs that you can't see it. It's impossible to see it. Then at times there's certain genes that'll cover it up, mask it, you won't even know. So you have to understand that this is not some simple 2 + 2 is 4. And it's not even a division problem. It's more than that. Geneticists themselves are still trying to figure this out and understand this. What makes you think that if news is that this is causing health issues, then it's not truly causing health issues? We have to understand that, guys. We have to really understand that. Another thing I heard, that this occurred naturally in the breed. That's virtually impossible. There's been studies that's proven that this Merle gene comes from a common ancestor. They have did studies on the Australian Shepherd and the Shetland Sheepdog on the actual genes to see exactly if this gene is linked by a common ancestor, and they have found that it is. I mean, at the end of the video, we're going to link these resources so you can understand that people are not just talking. People are not wasting their time sitting in their homemade studios to give y'all this information so you could breed better dogs. Forget about color. That does not come with this breed. This breed has specific colors, but still, all in all, this does not belong in a breed. If you're a true breeder, breeders stick to standards. They stick to the standards. All they are doing during the time they are breeding is trying to better the breed and conform a dog perfectly to the standards. And why breeding is forever going? Because that is virtually impossible. Because dogs are not perfect, but we want to try to do the best we can and not work in reverse orientation. Now let's get back to this gene so we can understand, this mutation in this gene so we can understand. This gene, as I said, is responsible for pigment, specifically in eumelanin. It does not affect pheomelanin. So because of that, it also affects certain parts of the body that use this eumelanin to form correctly, such as the iris, the inner ear, things of that nature. As I told y'all, spoke about the crick of Merle. Now, let me speak one more time real quick. During the embryonic development, the pigment and the nervous system stem from the same cell. So when these things are affected, it affects other areas. Genes are not responsible for just one thing at times. Some genes are responsible for multiple things. Some genes are responsible for functions that happen in multiple areas of your body. Some functions have multiple genes that it needs to form or to work in the right fashion. This is not just ABC things, man. Y'all guys have to understand simply this. If you need to breed Merle dogs, which I'm totally against in this breed, do it the right way. It's no eyeing it out. You must have genetic testing. You must confirm the phenotype and the genotype of this dog. So do not just depend on the phenotype. You must have DNA results from a lab showing that your dog and the mating dog is properly situated for this breeding, so that dogs are not produced with even more issues than the dogs should have that you're trying to produce. For example, you're trying to produce Merle dogs, they're going to have issues. But don't do it recklessly where you're producing double Merles, which they call lethal whites, where they have just like double the type of issues. And I don't mean double issues like instead of one they have two. I mean the severity of the issue is doubled. Some double Merles are born without eyes. That is not unknown. Guys, people been culling these dogs forever. So do the homework. Understand what you're getting into. Understand that you don't have to breed Merle dogs. You can make money in other ways if that's your alternative motive, because I can't see any other motive for breeding a Merle dog unless you think that you invented or created this color, and you want to get recognition for it. But this is nothing new. People do this, and in fact there are very reputable breeders that's been doing this that you probably won't surpass if you get into breeding Merle dogs. And if you think you're going to get an extra couple dollars, do what you got to do. But remember, keep it good for the betterment of the breed.